Very good evening to each and every one of you. Myself, Lekhanshu Singh, your chemical science educator, is back with you all with a new ranker amongst us, right? And we have today Uttara on our platform, and she has secured AIR 62 Net JRF with us, right? And now she's here on the platform, and she's going to share her experience, her strategy for the preparation of CSIR Net exam and everything. So we are going to come to all the pointers today. एंड जितने भी स्टूडेंट्स यहाँ पर सेशन में प्रेजेंट है गाइस क्विकली शेयर द लिंक ऑफ द सेशन विद एवरीवन एंड ओके यस आई कैन सी आई एम ऑडिबल टू यू ऑल and just quickly share the link of the session with everyone so that everyone can come and attend the class. And yes, you have a lot of questions ki ma'am how we have to prepare, what is the strategy and everything. So you daily listen every point from me, but today we have the toppers amongst us, and they will be guiding, they will be telling you like their story and how they prepared and everything. Okay, so first of all, welcome to the platform, Uttara.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
And congratulations for qualifying the net JRF exam with this much good rank, that is 62.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so we are very glad to have you on our platform. So just tell us about yourself, everything.
Okay, ma'am. So I'm Uttara. I'm from Kerala, Palakkad. So I'm I just finished my masters last year in June. So immediately after that is when I joined an academy for my preparation. I had a long-term goal of clearing it. That was my ambition for a long time now, like since I started college, I guess. But I was not clear when to do, how to do any of those.
Uttara, just one thing. I think there is some voice issue. If you have some like earphones or something, like you can put on. Like people are connecting, so no need to worry about it. I think there's some like voice is not clear. It's breaking.
Yes, ma'am. I just
so you can just use earphones or something. Oh, hi, you disconnect your earphones. I think that's the issue.
Okay. Yes.
Yes. Congratulations, Amit Kumar is saying. Amit Kumar, thank you so much. And yes, so आज like it's the उत्सव, एक महा उत्सव ही हो गया है. धीरे धीरे करके सारे लर्नर्स हमारे साथ आज आने वाले हैं बैक टू बैक. इसके बाद दीक्षा भी है, पुनीत भी है. एवरी लर्नर इज गोइंग टू बी देयर ऑन द प्लेटफॉर्म टुडे. एंड हमेशा हम बोलते हैं, आप सुनते हो, एंड आज आप लोग बोलेंगे, हम आपकी स्टोरी सुनेंगे, राइट? ऑलवेज वी सी यू ऑन द अदर साइड, बट टुडे यू पीपल आर इन फ्रंट ऑफ अस. Now, over to you, Uttara.
Yes, ma'am. So I hope my voice is clear now.
Now it is clear.
Okay. So as I was saying, I just finished my master's last year, and it was kind of a long-term goal for me.
Uttara, there is some issue right now also. Like I think.
Okay. Just a second. I'll just try.
You can take your time.
Just a second. I'll just.
Okay.
Switch off my video for a second.
Yes. You can do that. Okay. So, Nikki, a very good evening. Good evening to each and every one of you, every learner. And guys, quickly share the link with everyone. And today you have like full opportunity. आपके जितने भी doubts है, you guys can bring it on, right? आपके सारे डाउट्स, मैम कैसे पढ़ना है, क्या स्ट्रैटेजी बनानी है, आप लोग आज लाइव हमसे पूछ लीजिए. निकी सिंह, आई थिंक आपका भी मैसेज भी आया था कि मैम कैसे प्रिपरेशन करूं, एंड अगर एक गैप के बाद प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं तो कैन वी डू और कैन वी नॉट डू. तो एवरीथिंग, जितने भी स्टूडेंट्स को डिलेमा है, हो पाएगा नहीं हो पाएगा, एवरीथिंग इज गोइंग टू बी सॉर्टेड. सो डोंट बी वरिड अबाउट इट, राइट? एंड एक एक जो डाउट है आप लोगों का, एक एक चीज है दैट वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस. एंड सभी लोग आराम से सेशन में जुड़ जाइए. एंड आज हम पूरी जो सक्सेस स्टोरी है, जो स्ट्रैटेजी है, वो देखने वाले हैं. एंड जितने भी स्टूडेंट्स मुझे लाइव नजर आ रहे हैं, डू शेयर द सेशन. एंड ऑल्सो यू गाइज कैन कॉमेंट योर डाउट्स, योर whatever queries you have, या आप जो भी बोलना चाहते हैं. And also just drop a message so that I can come to know who all are here, right, live in the session, in order to mark your presence कि हाँ मुझे पता लग जाए कि these all are here, so you guys can just acknowledge, right? Uttara will be, welcome Nikki, welcome. Uttara will be joining. मैम, अपडेटेड स्कोर कार्ड कब अपडेट होगा? बायोमोसोम, राइट? जो अपडेटेड स्कोर कार्ड है यार, वो हमेशा मतलब विद इन अ वीक या फ्यू डेज वो आ जाता है, तो इट विल कम. सो डोंट बी वरिड अबाउट इट। अब तो फाइनल रिजल्ट आ गया, अभी आपके सर्टिफिकेट्स भी आ जाएंगे, उसमें टाइम लगता है जनरली, तो दे विल बी देयर, सो डोंट बी वरिड अबाउट इट। जैसे आएगा वी विल बी शेयरिंग इट विद यू। अगेन वो 1 वीक तक आ जाता है, अब अगेन उसमें कुछ डिले होता है तो पता लग जाएगा, बट मेन थिंग वाज रिजल्ट। नाउ रिजल्ट इज आउट, तो आपके सर्टिफिकेट्स एंड ऑल वो सब चीजें तो इन लूप रहेंगी, वो आती रहेंगी, ठीक है। गुड इवनिंग दीपक। गाइज, जो अपडेटेड स्कोर कार्ड है वो आपका विद इन अ वीक आउट हो जाएगा, एंड यस जो सर्टिफिकेट्स एंड दैट विल टेक टाइम। उत्तरा, सो वी हैव उत्तरा विद अस नाउ।
Ma'am, I think now it is all right. I've reconnected it.
हाँ, यू रिकनेक्टेड इट। आई थिंक देयर इज अ नेटवर्क इशू, क्योंकि वो थोड़ा सा फ्लक्चुएट कर रहा है एंड थोड़ी सी वॉइस ब्रेक कर रही है हल्की हल्की।
All right.
जीआरएफ का सर्टिफिकेट बच्चे 2 years तक वैलिड होता है।
Ma'am, just a second, ma'am. I'll just try reconnecting it once again for the last time.
हाँ, ओके। Yes, let me just tell Uttara that she can join. Thank you so much. How can we apply to PhD without any? We can apply to PhD without final scorecard. Guys, you can apply. अभी आपका scorecard will be like out, and अभी आपको सिर्फ form fill करना होगा ना, and you guys have the result with you, right? Just give me a second. Yes. मैम, जीआरएफ सर्टिफिकेट कितने टाइम तक वैलिड रहता है? देखिए, जो एलएस का सर्टिफिकेट होता है, असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर का सर्टिफिकेट, इट विल बी वैलिड फॉर लाइक 1 year, सॉरी फॉर योर होल लाइफ टाइम, राइट। एंड जो जीआरएफ का सर्टिफिकेट है दैट इज वैलिड फॉर लाइक 2 years, राइट। जीआरएफ आपका 2 years तक वैलिड रहेगा। एंड सिमिलरली आप लोगों का जो नेट का सर्टिफिकेट है दैट विल बी वैलिड लाइक थ्रू आउट दी लाइफ टाइम, राइट। सो यू हैव टू जस्ट क्वालिफाई दी एलएस एग्जाम वंस, एंड एक बार क्वालिफाई कर लेते हैं दैट इज सफिशिएंट फॉर द पोस्ट ऑफ असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर, राइट। एनी अदर डाउट्स? आप लोग अपने डाउट्स पूछते रहिए, यू कैन कैरी ऑन। उत्तरा विल जॉइन इन फ्यू सेकेंड्स, राइट। तो आज वो अपनी स्ट्रैटेजी बताने वाली है, बट समवेयर वी नो कि क्या स्ट्रगल्स एक स्टूडेंट के जर्नी में रहते हैं, एंड आज वो एक एक पॉइंटर अपने पर्सपेक्टिव से शेयर करेंगी, राइट। एंड किसी को भी कोई डाउट है, आप लोग अपने डाउट्स लेकर आइए, ब्रिंग इट ऑन, बिकॉज टुडे वी हैव टू लाइक डिस्कस ईच एंड एवरीथिंग। एंड जनरली देखिए, जब हम पढ़ाई करना शुरू कर देते हैं तो इन द मिड ऑफ द कोर्स इट इज डिफिकल्ट फॉर अस टू लाइक एम्फेसाइज ऑन ईच एंड एवरी पॉइंट। जब एक बार सेशन शुरू हो जाता है तो हम एक एक पॉइंट पे ऐसे फोकस नहीं कर पाते इन सारे इश्यूज पर, बट सिंस अभी हमारा रिजल्ट आया है तो हम वहां पर एक एक स्टूडेंट के जो चीजें हैं वो डिस्कस कर सकते हैं। she'll be telling Souvik Datta. She has got AIR 62 JRF. मैम, बिहार नेट एग्जाम के नोटिफिकेशन कब आते हैं? कुछ पता नहीं चलता। आई थिंक आपके बीईटी का एग्जाम, देखो हर स्टेट का एग्जाम एवरी ईयर नहीं होता है, ठीक है। ऐसा नहीं है कि एवरी जो आपके सेट एग्जाम है वो एवरी ईयर होते हैं, दे डिपेंड जनरली। कई बार जैसे एमएच सेट है दैट इज हैपनिंग एवरी ईयर, राइट। कुछ स्टेट के जो एग्जाम्स है, जो सेट एग्जाम है वो हर साल होते हैं, बट बीईटी हर साल नहीं होता है, राइट। तो जिस साल होगा, बेसिकली कई सारे तो इलेक्शन ड्रिवन होते हैं कि जब आपके इलेक्शंस आते हैं तब जाकर आपका उससे पहले एग्जाम कंडक्ट हो जाता है, राइट। तो डिपेंड करता है वो। जिन्होंने एमएससी डिग्री में अंडरटेकिंग में भरा है फॉर्म, उनको जीआरएफ का सर्टिफिकेट डिग्री कंप्लीट करने के बाद ही, नहीं ऐसा नहीं है अमन नेगी, आपको जीआरएफ सर्टिफिकेट जब मिल जाता है उसके विद इन 2 years यू हैव टू ज्वाइन फॉर द पीएचडी, ओके। अगर आपने सिर्फ क्वालिफाई किया है फॉर द कैटेगरी दैट इज फॉर नेट ओनली, राइट। अगर आपने सिर्फ नेट ओनली अगर आपने ओनली फॉर पीएचडी क्वालिफाई किया है देन यू वोंट बी गेटिंग द नेट। एंड अगर आपने जीआरएफ किया था तो जीआरएफ अगर आपका क्वालिफाई है तो ऑटोमेटिकली उसके अंदर नेट इंक्लूडेड है, आपको नेट का सर्टिफिकेट भी मिल जाएगा, राइट। इज इट फाइन?
Ma'am, is it all right now? I tried connecting from my phone, but there is some issue, I guess. Should I try from another browser if this is not working? Like, it's still breaking?
It's still breaking.
Okay, I'll
Yes,
just
it's breaking.
come from.
You can take. You can take your 2 minutes. No issue, right? Ma'am, JRF only, right? Guys, you can bring your questions till the time Uttara is connecting. I can like discuss all the doubts with you all, so there is no issue in that. She is coming back in a moment, and then we are going to listen to her. So you guys can bring on your questions, and we are going to listen to. Uh, yes, in a moment. मैम शायद बिहार 2025 के बीटी एग्जाम का नोटिफिकेशन आ गए हैं एनी आइडिया रिप्लाई मी देखिए अभी मुझे बिहार वाले बीटी एग्जाम का आइडिया नहीं है ठीक है तो जो भी स्टूडेंट्स ने कि आपने मुझे आई थिंक पूछा था कि जो मैम बैच है वो अभी ऑफर ऑनगोइंग है क्या सो यस योर ऑफर्स आर ऑनगोइंग एंड आप लोग जस्ट कमेंट सेक्शन में लिंक हैं बैचेस का यू गाइस कैन जस्ट टैप ऑन दैट एंड जैसे आप टैप करेंगे सारे ऑफर्स लाइव एंड यू गाइस कैन सी now I think it is
Okay, now it's fine, right, ma'am?
everything is fine now.
Oh,
Yes.
that's great.
So
Okay.
now Uttara is here with us again. Everyone, just come back and come back with all your doubts and queries and all the wishes for Uttara. So today we have Uttara with AIR 62 Jara with us. So Uttara, just you were telling about yourself. So now you may start.
Okay. So first of all, thanks to everyone who has congratulated me and who has tried reaching out on my phones and all those to congratulate again. So thank you very much to all of you. Coming back to myself, I'm Uttara. I'm from Kerala, Palakkad. I did my master's in Regional Institute of Education, Mysore, and I just finished my course last year in June. So immediately after that is when I'm joining an academy. So clearing CSIR was one of my ambitions for a long time. But in college, between all the other works, I was not focusing on that. Like I was like, I'll rather have a little bit fun now and then get into the studies after that. But once I started it, I could see how much deep it was and how kind of difficult it could be. So initially, I was like quite a bit confident, but the last exam that I gave, like in June, was one actually, which that was the one I was giving for the first time seriously. Because before that, I gave it once with my college friends, and we were not
Huh.
focusing on, qualifying it. We just wanted to see what is going on. And then the last time was the exam, and like we did not prepare much, but we still were master students, so had hopes that we would be able to do something. And the exam was pretty very disappointing. And I had to say this because many people texted me saying like it's very disappointing how marks are not coming up and how it's all negative marks and all. And I could totally get it because it was the same kind. And actually, the point was I did not have to wait for the results to come. By the time I finished the exam, I was like, no, this is not happening, is what I thought. And I had just got the Unacademy subscription. And right now, when I'm thinking, I should have actually sat and studied at least a few topics before that. But rather, I was like skimming over everything that I've done here and there in the last 2 days before the exam. And pretty much nothing worked. So later on, after the exam was my starting point to this CSIR net, the entire thing. So I decided that I have to actually look into each of the things, each of the topic, even though it is familiar or not. I had to study, dig in deeper, practice a lot, and then go. So I would say the starting point was my first failure that I had in June 2024.
June attempt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I could see people in the group after the exam, many were like it was easy, many were like it was difficult. And I was kind of devastated because I couldn't even do the things that I actually knew. I got stuck in between and I tried on that for a longer time and I lost so much time. So there was so many things that I had to consider. So I had to rethink all of it and I understood what are the things that actually I should focus. So if many of you are thinking like you shouldn't give the attempt because you did not study, I would suggest otherwise. I'll ask all of you to give as many attempts even if you have not studied because those things make us understand so many things about like how we have to give the exams and it is actually really important, the whole experience part. So my beginning journey was like that, and then mostly it was all mixed up. Like I think we'll constantly get into that as ma'am asks the question. I'll come to each and every one of it.
Yes. So I think your journey was like how it went for everyone who is so present over here, and like everyone has the same doubt that ma'am, when I gave the first attempt, this happened, and those people who are getting demotivated for this time, I think for them this is going to be a very motivating session, because like at this point everyone is demotivated, those who are not able to make it. So students का इस time पर वही doubt है कि जैसे कि मैम I am working in railway and I also wanted to clear GRF. How can I do it? I am in doubt. So this time, those who could not qualify, they are in dilemma, they are in doubts. So these sessions are going to tell you that the students, those who are qualifying also, they have also been the part of the same journey that you guys are. सभी के साथ वो same चीजें होती हैं, and the thing is one day you are going to make it, and you are going to become a topper, and then you are going to have a faith on yourself that yes, I was capable of. Till the time you are not getting the results, the only thing is you have to work hard on yourself. There is no another route or the alternate pathway to it, right? So Uttara, how which portion seemed difficult to you, like while preparing for the exam, and how did you maintain the balance, and which units did you covered, or which units did you left? Many of the students have this doubt कि मैम हम कौन से units छोड़कर चले जाएं, like we can skip on some units क्या, or we could not. And this time you have seen that the cutoffs have like gone too high. So what is your message to everyone, those who are watching, that how they have to do? And also tell your score, that how much you have like scored, because so many people are asking me, ma'am, what's the score?
Okay.
And this was which attempt this was her second attempt, like first time she prepared and she couldn't make it, as she told Deepak, and now this time she has qualified the JRF with AIR 62. Okay, coming back to you, Uttara.
Okay, so for many of you who are asking my score, I got 122. So see, the last time I wrote the exam, I got only 52, and it did not qualify.
So like from 52 to 122, she has done like a lot of hard work. So those people who say that ma'am, this time I'm getting 70, maybe next time I'll get 80, it is not 70 and 80, it is the amount of efforts you put in. If a student can go from like one attempt 52 to 122, I think that is a very big journey that she has covered, and a lot of effort she has put. Congratulations, Uttara.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, so one thing I have to tell to all the people. So here, all of you who are here are like Unacademy students. So you already have teachers who are supporting you for this. So when I got 52, I was just going and writing with like whatever I knew, whatever I studied in the last few years of my bachelor's and master's. So I was not coached, or I did not prepare. I did not see the competition. So I was like kind of starting from the blank part. But having this specific courseworks where they provide like all the assignments and videos and all previous years and practice sessions, so there are plenty of things that are available for you. So I think you should make use of all the resources. So first thing that came to my mind once I set my mind on preparing and took coaching. So it's not about like where you are doing, there is that coaching, this coaching. Don't confuse it too much. When you're somewhere there, I think there are so many resources that they are providing. Maybe you often tend to compare, like maybe I should join there, join here. But when you're there somewhere, they have enough resources. Try to make use of all of the resources that they have come up with.
Yes, I think the only thing that is like going downways among the students is they refer too much, that okay, we should do this thing also, we should do that thing also, and when the exam comes, they know everything, that okay, we had this content, but they don't have the actual knowledge. So whichever coaching you are referring, like whichever is your coach, just have a trust and faith on them, Like you have to follow each and every cycle. It is not like we are not taking just like one class where we are just telling everything and we
Yeah.
are going to do some magic in that class
Yeah.
and you are going to learn. So this is not a magic we are doing. So
Mm.
it is a course. It is like a 6 month course. You take that course, you take each and every class, you take each and every practice question session, and that is going to like add up in your like success. So daily efforts are going to add up in your success. It is not like you were just taking one class and that one class, if you see, you are going to get succeed. So no miracle is going to happen. It is your effort, plus you have to consider the efforts of the educators, and you have to just grab those things that we are telling you. And I think Uttara made the best use of it. Like when she started like studying with us, that is why we can see the like vast difference in our
Yeah.
score like this
God.
time.
Yeah. So, and one more thing was like I was focused on this one. I did not put my time or my efforts on something different. Maybe you are kind of in a point where you are facing difficulty and you think that you cannot qualify and all that. But I think whatsoever, just 6 months you stick to just this. And even I got so many suggestions, like because we are like we are finishing masters and we are sitting simply at home, many people think so, they often tend to give us other advices of taking other exams. And yeah, it is all important, but when you're seeing or when you're setting your goal, I would say that you just sit for this. So for me personally, I did not go on to any other work, and this was the one thing that kept me throughout the 6 months. And I'm not saying you should be like 12, 15 hours just, dying to just study. Don't be like that. I started with few hours. I increased, like in the initial, I think most of the students would be having the same issue of procrastination and being very lazy about studying and don't feel like studying most of the time. And I definitely had all of those, but I am actually a bit proud of the fact that I could overcome a lot of it by the end of the sessions. So by the time of January and February, my learning hours had increased highly. And the thing of this, the whole thing where you get inspired is when you keep conquering it little by little. So don't dump everything onto yourself and do it together. Do little by little. Eventually, you'll see the progress. And it worked really well for me. So ma'am was
There's like one quote also, no, like Uttara, that Rome was not built in a day.
very,
So these
yeah,
miracles do not happen in a day.
in a
Like
day.
they are studying and we think that okay, today I've studied this much and today maybe I'll succeed or not. Okay, so today I'm studying more, maybe I'll succeed or not. So it's the result day that is going to finally tell you that whether you are going to make it or not. But till that time, it's your efforts, it's your consistency that you have to put on.
Yeah. So it is mainly you should focus on spending as much time as possible. Like uh, when I started studying, I that's when I noticed like there is so much time in the day that I actually waste. So that's something that I spotted, which I actually already knew. But when I had to cover the portions and things were not getting covered, is when I actually started noticing how much of the time I was wasting. So I was a person who hardly studied for 2 hours or so in the beginning because I had my phones, reels, games, and everything, which I kept doing. But eventually, I started putting myself into the place to whether study or not. I'm supposed to be here sitting and trying to study. So eventually, that turned the hours, and I started, I think, with 2 hours, 3 hours a day, and I think February and January, by the time I could sit for 10 hours a day. And 10 hours was something that I never believed I could do it. And me being a person who was unable to sit, like if you observe me, you could see like I can't keep quiet at one position anytime. So it was very difficult for me. But towards the end, I was like happy to spend time on this because I could see how I was improving day by day. But one thing that I did not compromise was sleep. So I would suggest you all that sleep as much as possible because I was also in contact with many of my friends who were preparing for the same thing in an academy and otherwise. And many people were so tense they couldn't sleep in towards the end. They were worried about the results. They were worried about so it is difficult, I understand, but I think we all should prioritize sleep and food and all of that. Uh,
हेल्थ इज इम्पोर्टेंट, नेवर गिव अप ऑन योर हेल्थ, बिकॉज इफ अगर आप लोग अपने हेल्थ पर गिव अप करेंगे देन यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू पुट लॉट ऑफ एफर्ट इन योर स्टडीज, बिकॉज अल्टीमेटली यू गाइज आर गोइंग टू बी लाइक सफरिंग इन दिस पार्ट, कि आपकी सफरिंग जो एक्चुअली इस टाइम पे आपका फोकस पढ़ाई पर होना चाहिए वो सारा हेल्थ की तरफ जाएगा। लाइक आई कैन से फॉर अ वीक यू गाइज कैन मैनेज कि आप लोग नहीं सो रहे हो या फिर अपने हेल्थ को इग्नोर कर रहे हो एंड ज्यादा पढ़ाई कर रहे हो, बट ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ वीक you will feel like tired all day, कि आपको आइसोमनिया स्टूडेंट्स को होने लगता है कि मैम नींद पूरी नहीं आ रही है, या फिर एग्जाम से पहले भी कि हम पूरी रात सोकर नहीं आए, एंड व्हेन यू सी द क्वेश्चन तो फिर आपको मिक्स थॉट्स आते हैं कि ये वाला ऐसे होना चाहिए था वैसे, बिकॉज देयर इज अ लैक ऑफ फोकस। सो जब तक लाइक इन अ साउंड बॉडी रिजाइड्स अ साउंड ब्रेन, तो अगर आपकी बॉडी कंप्लीटली साउंड होगी आपका ब्रेन डेफिनेटली अच्छे से वर्क करेगा, सो डू नॉट कॉम्प्रोमाइज ऑन योर हेल्थ।
yeah.
नाउ क्वेश्चन फॉर यू फ्रॉम द everyone side, from the student in my side, that how you like practice, what was the role of test series, and how did you like faced your exam day, so what was your experience for that day?
Yeah, so to start with the preparation strategy and the exam test series thing. So I had already covered. See, my strategy was simple. I watched the videos 1.5x or 2x or 1.25, whatever was convenient for me for a specific teacher, and I take notes. Take notes not in the sense like what they write on the board, but also what they say and the things that they mention. And it's not like a copying thing, but understanding and writing it in my own words. So when I revised it, I was able to just picture the thing, the class the teachers gave me. So that's how I usually take lecture notes. So I just continue doing that. So once I finished all that, I used to revise whenever I'm getting time. I revise, and along before moving to the next chapter, I always did the previous year question papers of that specific chapter. So if I'm doing quantum mechanics, I studied quantum mechanics, revised it once, and then I tried practicing the questions of quantum mechanics from the previous question papers. So this helped me understand like which parts, like am I just studying over the top, which part I had to dig deeper and understand. So I always analyzed it parallelly, like where I'm going wrong and how to overcome that. And even when I'm going wrong, I just go to the answers, and there is no ratta marna kind of thing. Instead, I understand where exactly am I going wrong, which part. So I analyze as much as possible according to my ability, and I suggest all of you do that. And after that, I go for the next chapter. So this went on to cycles until I think I felt like I finished almost a lot of portions, and this included physical, inorganic, and organic. And once I did all that, and I again just revised it and then did questions, just questions separately towards the end. So I think I stopped studying by December. Like I just stopped. I did not learn further at that point because I had learned too much and I did not remember a lot of it, which is I think a common issue. So I had to spend more time on revision. So I revised as much as possible in the month of January and started doing question paper practice. And once I was about to finish the question paper practice is when I again started learning some small new chapters like surface chemistry, polymers, and all of that. Yeah. So these tiny chapters helped me learn more. So I just felt like I'm learning more chapters, which again increased my confidence towards the
Self
end.
confidence, right? So I always say that the students think, ma'am, that these are smaller units, so can we miss that? But actually those are the set of units that are going to build the confidence. So जो students है, कुछ students लिख रहे हैं मैम हिंदी प्लीज, तो मैं हिंदी में भी just translate कर देती हूँ। उत्तरा wants to tell us कि उन्होंने जो छोटे छोटे units है जैसे polymers हो गया, surface हो गया, and आपका हेट्रोसाइक्लिक हो गया, आपका देन बायोमोलिक्यूल्स हो गया, तो जनरली हम क्या करते हैं कि ये वाले फोटो केमिस्ट्री हो गया, ये यूनिट्स हम ऑमिट कर देते हैं कि इनको नहीं करके जा रहे, एंड ये छोटे छोटे यूनिट्स हैं। बट क्या होता है कि इन छोटे छोटे यूनिट से सेट होता है कि 2 क्वेश्चन आ ही जाएंगे या 1 क्वेश्चन आ ही जाएगा, सो इट विल टेक लाइक 2 घंटे में आप उस यूनिट को कवर कर सकते हैं। लाइक सरफेस आपका 2 घंटे का हार्डली है, पॉलीमर 2 घंटे में, मैंने 2 घंटे में वो पढ़ाया आपको पूरा, तो आई थिंक आपको उसमें 4 घंटे लगेंगे ही नहीं, बट वहां से 2 क्वेश्चन डेफिनेटली आ जाएंगे। तो ये आपके लिए एक तरीके से रैंक बूस्टर कैप्सूल्स का काम करता है। ऑलवेज से दे आर द रैंक बूस्टर्स। कोई बच्चा अगर 100 पे अटका है एंड उसने ये सारे 5 ये टॉपिक्स वो करके गया है, तो 5 2 10, आप आराम से 10 नंबर तक तो आगे खींच ही ले आओगे अपने स्कोर को, राइट? सो छोटे छोटे टॉपिक्स को तो कभी नहीं छोड़ना है। जितने ज्यादा आप यूनिट्स अच्छे से कर सकते हो, दैट इज गोइंग टू मेक यू फील कॉन्फिडेंट, and that is what Uttara has like seen in her journey. So Uttara, like which portion you felt hard and which portion seemed easier to you?
Okay, so for me, organic was difficult. Organic was difficult from my college days. I maybe because like the way we were taught or things, I was not like I did not have a strong base on it. I had basic chemistry basics, which was quite good for me before. But organic chemistry, I was always a bit scared of the subject, and I could see that I was good in math from school days. So while I was doing this, I always kept that in mind that physical chemistry is not that difficult once I understand the concepts, because the rest is math. So mathematics is mathematics. So you just have to practice it and you will get it. That's the case of mathematics. So I just have to do more with the concepts. So I tried my best to understand the concepts, and so physical chemistry was quite easier for me, and inorganic was also quite okay for me. And organic was actually in the beginning, I thought organic. I started studying, and I felt like organic is not. Just a second. Okay. I just felt like organic is something that is quite too difficult. So I kind of stopped studying organic in between, and I thought this is not going to work out. I'll manage with physical and inorganic. And I started doing question papers for like 3 hours. That is when I actually realized learning just two of it, that is physical or inorganic or any two, is not going to be safe.
See.
So yeah, so whenever we, because with this competition, we'll be there. We could be there maybe, but there could be so many things that went wrong. So in my case, if I say it, I know for a fact that when I wrote the exams, I had very familiar questions from physical and inorganic questions, which I had practiced. But I was very sure that those answers that was coming to me was wrong. Then and there, while I was writing, there was something which was going wrong. I don't know whether it was like the stress in the moment or me messing up any equation, but I don't know. I did it twice. I did not get the answer, and it was from the chapters that I studied well. So in practice also, I came across such issues. That is when I actually understood that there is going to be so many negative marks that are going to happen from those which we already have learnt well. So don't just risk it. You should learn a little bit more than what is required. So that's when to the last minute I was like, organic, we have to dig into organic some way. And organic, I had done few of the chapters, but that's when I actually the reagents, name reactions, and reaction mechanisms, I had skipped that. It was in the last 2 months that I covered those. So it helped me because I did answer few of the questions from that part. And I think
Yes. So Uttara, like I'll take one moment over here because students are like congratulating you, like Priyanka Deepti. So congratulations from everyone's side. And यहाँ पर जो उत्तरा है वो हमें यहाँ पर ये चीज बता रही है कि जो आप लोगों ने बोला कि मैम जैसे यूनिट्स है हम कई सारे स्किप कर सकते हैं क्या? So my dear learners, उसने वही बोला कि you cannot just skip to the whole portion, right? You have to attempt organic also, you have to attempt inorganic also, and you have to attempt physical also in order to be safe in the CSIR net exam, because अब कट ऑफ्स का लेवल वो नहीं रहा है भाई, 118 हो चुकी है, एंड दिस वाज द हाईएस्ट ऑफ ऑल, एंड वो धीरे धीरे कहीं ना कहीं बार हायर ही जाने वाला है जिस हिसाब से कंपटीशन बढ़ रहा है, एंड दूसरी बात नंबर ऑफ सीट्स आर आल्सो डिप्लीटिंग। तो
yeah.
इस चक्कर में अब आप ऐसा नहीं कर सकते कि आप सिर्फ फिजिकल करके जा रहे हो या सिर्फ आप इनऑर्गेनिक करके जा रहे हो, you have to complete on the full course, and she's saying that itself, last month में उनका organic week था, so in last month she focused on name reactions and reagents and everything, so you like you can skip 1 or 2 unit, like अगर आपसे नहीं हो रहा है, like किसी से start सर्मो नहीं हो रहा है या किसी को पेरिसाइक्लिक बिल्कुल नहीं आ रहा है, then you can just skip on just 1 or 2 unit, but it's like कि आप पूरा unit छोड़ दो, that is going to be the biggest blunder, and फिर एग्जाम में ऑब्वियसली आप नहीं कर पाओगे अच्छे से, एंड एग्जाम का स्कोर कार्ड अपडेट होगा, उसमें आपकी रैंक्स आएंगी आयशा। ओके, नाउ ओवर टू उत्तरा।
Yeah, so ma'am was asking another question about how I was feeling on the day of exam.
Exam day, yes.
Yeah.
So,
So
and how did you manage? Like, there any time management issue, or you felt something that the time is too less, or something like
oh,
that?
okay. So this time management part, I was already prepared for the time management part. I'll tell you how I did it, so that in case if you want
Yeah.
to refer the same thing, you can do that. But I'll
Yeah,
talk
tell
about.
every story, like for the exam, because there are so many students over here, and everyone wants to know these things. Like, because we say that okay, everything is going to be fine, but in the end, everyone feels the same thing. Everyone feels the fear in the
Yeah,
exam day.
true,
Like
true.
some feels too much, and some
Yeah,
feels like a little bit less.
yes,
But
yes.
there is fear for everyone, and everyone thinks that okay, what will happen? So the story is same for everyone.
Yeah.
So yes, over to you.
Okay, so like 1 week or 2 week before the exam, I was talking to the people who are giving the exam. So everybody was pretty much scared. I wasn't. So I thought I'm going to be fine, and generally I thought I am a person who don't get scared. So I am feeling like in my mind I was like I will not get scared. I just go give the exam calmly and come back. But on the previous day of the exam is when I started getting scared. So on the day before, by 6 o'clock, 6:30, I started getting scared. I had some revision plans and all, but nothing was happening. I was just opening the book and I was getting scared and scared. So I had so many. I had other kind of a little bit obstacles and all that came in between during the exams and all, because of which I had lost quite a few, like quite some time. So I was kind of worried that because of that I am going to be behind everyone. So that thought started entering me a lot, and I constantly felt like I am not meant to qualify this one, and I might not give my best, and there is going to be some mess up that is going to happen. And I was quite very worried, and I was constantly calling my friends, and I was telling I've never felt this kind of fear before. I don't know why. I don't know what to do after this. To study once again, I'm not sure how much I'll be able to do that. And I all this kind of worries were going. And I couldn't sleep properly also a little bit on previous day, but somehow I managed and I woke up, and I thought I'd try giving a test or so in the morning, because exam was in the evening, and it was like far away from my place, so we had to go soon. So I was giving the exam. I'm still getting scared, and there was no way that I could calm down. So I am like constantly telling to mummy and papa and screaming like, "Oh my god, this is not going to happen!" And I'm constantly making a mess. And my mom and both of them were like, "We'll accompany you to the exam hall this time." I was kind of sick a bit in between, so they wanted to make sure that I reached there safely without any troubles, and both of them were there. So while going also in the car, I am like, "Oh, this is difficult. This is scary and all that." And my papa was like, "Let it be. It's okay. People take 2-3 turns. Don't worry." So I am very happy that I have such parents. First of all, thank them. They never gave me a pressure from their side. When I'm playing around, they would say that you keep playing around, don't study. That's the only thing they said. But they never forced me into sitting and studying for a long time, or even when I'm taking holidays in between. They were not bothered about it much. So I had my free space to study whenever I want and all that. But when I reached the hall is when my pressure was built up a lot. So I had this tiny books where I made short notes. That those are the books that I only carry, because I had all equations and everything written in that.
Yes,
Uh,
like this, I always tell to the students also, like you are going to make the notes in the class. So those are like your full fledged notes, those are your detailed notes. But whenever you are coming back to the revision part, so just do one thing, just take out your one auxiliary or one short notebook, and you can just write jot down all the important formulas, important reactions in that, because every time you are not going to see the detailed version of your notes, because there's no much, like there's not too much amount of time that you guys can actually see your whole notebook. तो बार बार आप लोग पूरा नोटबुक की तरफ नहीं जा सकते, तो अपना एक शॉर्ट नोट बना के रखो, एक मेंटेन कर लो डायरी, and just write down all the important things. So whenever you are going to the exam, you just have a look on it and you can give the exam, right?
yes.
Over to you, Uttara.
Okay, so I was doing that, and then I have this issue where I can't have food when I'm stressed. So I did not have breakfast properly, and my lunch was also not happening properly. And my mom, luckily, she obviously she carries fruits, all our moms do. So she was like trying to feed me something. So and after a point of time, like I think before half an hour of entry, I started stress eating there, eating all the fruits and trying to remember everything, and I'm like left and right getting worried. And about I was about to enter the room. That is when I was like, now things are not in my hands anymore. Whatever I have done, I have done, and we have tried our best in the days that we felt good. So I was kind of trying to calm myself down in one way or the other. And then I went to the exam hall, and we had 30 minutes. So that is a good time. We don't have anything to do. So we were like looking, turning here and there, and there were few of the people that I knew who were there, and I was saying hi's and byes from here and there, and then I'm trying to calm myself down. I had a little bit of water, I drank it, and then I prayed. That's what I do when I get stressed. I was like, somehow, please help me through this and all that, which we all do, I guess. So I was trying to calm myself down, and I think I just felt like I have to give whatever I know. There is no other go. So I started thinking about what I should do, and I started remembering my time strategies, like how I was about to plan the paper. So that planning was already done, and I executed that plan with all the mock tests and everything that I did. So I felt like the time strategy which I did was like pretty good. So I had my mind, like I was fixating my mind to make sure that I go from question to question. Even if I don't get few, it is okay. So three things that I mainly said was to calm down, and the next one was maybe I'll face questions that I know which I won't be able to do, and that is okay. So this was something that always bothered me, because I did questions and I am unable to do it, and if I know that, I can't move on to the next question until I get it. So that would be
Uh,
difficult. Yes, ma'am.
Uttara, one thing, and Raghunath is asking like, where are you from? And one message from Rohan that how many seats are there total in JRF? So it is like 2,700 something, and like 2,000. So around you can say 4,000. We can say we have the seats in JRF. That is with UGC plus CSIR, right? Over to you, Uttara.
Okay. So to answer Raghunath's question, I am from Kerala, Palakkad. Yeah, anything else you can just put on the message, I'll answer. Yes. So
Okay, and also, what are your future prospects?
okay, my future prospects. I want to do PhD. I always wanted to do PhD. I think back from school, but I'm getting terrorized by many of the factors of PhD now. But well, I'm aspiring to be a professor, and I want to get into the field of research. So I want to be a research faculty in an institute, hopefully a good one in the future. So I am planning to do my PhD and continue with a few postdocs, and then possibly get into a institute and be a professor somewhere, I guess. So that's that those were my goals, because of which I was consistently trying to get JRF this time or next time. So yeah, so I was again planning, actually I was planning to repeat it once again if I did not get JRF, so that I clear JRF. Yeah, so that was the plan.
I
Okay.
think we covered all the points, right? Right. And for the students, I would like to say that Uttara has covered each and everything, right? Right from the journey that you guys think कि मैम बहुत डर लग रहा है, so she shared that part also. How to manage time उन्होंने बताया कि like she like adopted the strategy. She like practiced the questions, and that strategy worked well for her in the exam. So that is what I say to you all guys also कि आप लोग mocks दीजिए जितने ज़्यादा आप प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हैं, एंड ऑल्सो हैव दी फेथ इन योर टीचर्स, राइट? कि दे आर गोइंग टू गिव यू द बेस्ट ऑफ द बेस्ट, राइट? वो आपको बेस्ट कंटेंट ही देने वाले, तो आप अच्छे से पढ़िए, चीज़ों को फोकस कीजिए, एंड मिनिमम टाइम में क्वेश्चंस आप कैसे अप्रोच कर सकते हैं, वो आपकी स्पीड धीरे धीरे डेवलप होगी एज मच एज यू आर गोइंग टू प्रैक्टिस। एंड जितना अच्छे से आप प्रैक्टिस करके जाएंगे, उतना काम आप एग्जाम टाइम में रहोगे। एंड एग्जाम डे फेयर सबको लगता है, बट योर प्रैक्टिस इज गोइंग टू लाइक मेक यू ऑल राइट, कि आपको वो वही कामनेस फील करेगी जब आप लोग एग्जाम दोगे, कि लगेगा नहीं हमने ये चीजें पढ़ी हुई है, जैसे जैसे रिलेटेबल चीज आपको नजर आने लगेंगी, यू आर गोइंग टू गेट काम डाउन, राइट? एंड बहुत बैलेंस माइंड से आपको अच्छे से एग्जाम देना है। एंड Anything Uttara, huh. Uttara is like she was MSc student and now she prepared like with her MSc, like after her MSc this was her attempt. And how many topics you didn't do, Uttara, student
Okay.
code?
So mainly the topics that I skipped are I did not do heterocycles. I think I didn't main groups I did, but just the important ones. So I just skimmed over the topics like I actually referred to KD sir's lecture for main group, and I just did what sir did because when I went through the chapter, it was very difficult. So I understood to dig in deeper, I would be all caught up. So I did not learn much of main group. And statistical thermodynamics, I skipped. I did not learn statistical thermodynamics. And actually, I think I have it here. I put up sticky notes everywhere in my room, like everywhere there are sticky notes. So in this, I
Like
think
I told in my class also, like have the habit of sticky notes. Like you can just put your sticky notes everywhere so that you can just like
yeah.
remind the things that are like not permanently stored in your
Yes.
brains.
And I actually did not do inorganic spectra much. Actually, I tried, but towards the end, I was getting swamped with so many things. So I thought I'll skip it. So inorganic spectra, I did not do properly, but I did have a good idea of inorganic spectra from my college days and all of that. But I did not practice much. And analytical chemistry, I didn't do. Statistical thermodynamics, I did not do. Then main group was okay. So these are the main things that I skipped. And organic, my heterocycles I did not do. That's the one thing that I actually skipped. And photochemistry I almost skipped, but towards the end I did not do much of the practice, but I knew like which reactions are where like they could ask for match the following or something. So I just learned like how the reactions occur just to understand. But I did not extensively do that. Yeah, so I just skipped. Actually, I had skipped a lot, but towards the end, I caught up. So a lot of the chapters I had covered.
Okay. So wonderful. I think we have covered every part, and like thank you for sharing this beautiful journey of yours with
You,
us, Uttara. And we are very happy to see you here. Like
thank
this
you.
is the like from 50 to like 122. That is too much amazing. And you have done a lot of efforts and hard work, and that has finally led you here. And this achievement is definitely remarkable. So anything in the end you want to tell us, to the students, to the learners, those who are preparing, your
Yeah.
concluding note for the students?
Okay. So I'd ask you just see. I think you should actually, or you might think like everybody says this and all, but it's true. You should believe in yourself. That is one important thing. Like there are so many hurdles than the things that I've discussed here. Like the journey was not at all smooth for me, but I think the one thing that kept me going was that I wanted this badly, and I tried to believe in myself that I could do it. Like many were like, "It's okay, calm down, maybe next time." So multiple people actually gave opinions to me saying that you can try next time and it's okay, chill and all that, which is good in their perspective. But I think me believing in myself is one of the major factors. I had my downs. I'm not always this positive and all of that. But towards the end, I was like, I have to do this somehow. And I tried utilizing the time, whichever I had. So that is the one thing that is going to keep you going. And don't much think of the result while you're preparing. When you're preparing, focus on preparing. Try to come up with the solutions for the problems that you have. Don't overthink of the result and what will happen and what will you do. Not none of that. So just focus on your studies and result will come. Let that come. That's a different case.
Okay, so wonderful, Uttara. And I think when you start accepting your flaws and when you start analyzing yourself, that what where I want to be and where I see myself. So if you are clear with those thoughts, definitely you are going to achieve.
Yeah.
Because like in the last interview we had Neetu, and she told that, ma'am, in 1 year I wanted to be there as assistant professor. So if you are watching you somewhere that I have to go there, then you work actually hard. But if you like feel that okay, I can do, or I'll do, or I have the time with me, so that is the biggest myth, that we have too much amount of time, but we actually not, because the journey after net is also like too much to go. So again, so those who have qualified, it is like Congratulations to those, and those who have not, like, I think you are going to draw too much from this interview of Uttara. She has given her like everything that actually a student feels while preparing during the masters and after the masters, right? एक स्टूडेंट का डाउट है, those who have qualified for LS, what should they do to extra, like you have to like now practice more, Rohan. आपने जो चीजें पढ़ी है, now start revising them and see the paper कि कहाँ पे चीजें गलत हुई, like where it went wrong. Just try to analyze that, notice those points, and come back stronger this time. Like practice more questions from those units, and you can follow the like standard books, like because you have time for 2 to 3 months. So जो जो टॉपिक गलत हुआ है उसके लिए आप थोड़ा कंटेंट को देख सकते हो कि हाँ क्या क्या चीजें गलत हो रही है, और you can refer your teacher notes as well. So that is going to be the solution for it.
Okay, ma'am, one thing. Yeah.
Yes.
So I actually have to say this, and I have to really thank my mom, dad, and my sister. They were consistently a support from my family, because of which I am actually here. And a big shout out to three of my best friends who constantly made sure that I was not losing my faith and I was keeping on going. They are Varun, Gopika, and Amrita. They had really been there for me throughout the period, and I think the support from the friends and family is such a great privilege that I had, which many people might not have. So I am also saying that if anyone requires any help or wants some suggestions personally, please feel free to message. I'll be there to help. Thank you very much.
Okay, well, like thank you to everyone, and we are going to have next interview with Diksha. So guys, stay tuned. And that was all with Uttara, and I think she had the beautiful journey. And congratulations to you, dear. And a lot of miles you have to travel more and fly high, and just
Thank you very much, ma'am.
be there like bold in your journey, like as you have been. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for all the support. And I'd also like to thank Kuldeep sir. His videos were also something that I referred to constantly. So thank you for both the teachers for helping me out. Thank you very much.
Welcome, dear. Welcome. So take care. Have a good day. Bye bye. And bye bye, learners. Going to see you in the next session.